Konnichiwa. Welcome to Java's in Japan podcast. And today is the 105th episode. And today we've got a special guest, Yuki-san.
こんにちは。
We have a Japanese person today in Java's in Japan podcast. The first Japanese person I'm going to interview. And it's going to be an honor to interview Yuki-san. So, Yuki-san. I've been listening to your podcast for quite a while now, so it's like, I come as a fan to you, and I get to interview you, so it's great.
That was amazing. Yeah. I didn't know that your Japanese is such great. You're really fluent in Japanese.
Yeah.
Much better than my English, honestly.
Might. It's okay. I've been studying too, so I understand how hard it is to learn foreign languages, so it's okay.
Cool.
So, why don't you introduce yourself, Yuki? Who are you, and what do you do?
Right now, I don't know. I kinda not really sure how should I explain myself. So these days, how I say is I call myself as a anime sensei, Yuki.
Anime sensei. Anime teacher.
Right. So what I exactly do is because I used to study abroad in Vancouver, Canada before when I was a student. And in that sense, at that time, I had so many great experience as a otaku, those anime fan. Then through that, I realized that, using this culture, maybe I could like them in Japanese, such as, let's say, doing some tour guide in a place called the Jin-san, where the Akihabara is.
Akihabara in Tokyo.
Yeah, one of the
anime mecca.
Exactly, anime mecca. So I used to do the tour guide in person before the COVID happened. But right now, instead, I'm doing the tour in online. So whoever.
Online course.
Yeah. I'm also there hosting people wherever whenever as long as you like anime. I'm doing this tour. Sure. And also teaching Japanese to otaku people using anime or manga.
Yeah, so that's going to be the next part.
Yeah, in that case, I'm calling myself as a anime sensei.
Anime sensei, fusawashi.
ありがとう。ですね。Right.
これがいいと思う. There's lots, even like foreigners now, like Japan's so popular, and they must come from Japan. They realize like otaku culture.
Exactly.
And you can find a job in that, I think, is really good. Like something you like, and you find you can do work doing that. That's just amazing.
Exactly. You know what? I met so many foreigners. I mean, I don't know if I should say foreigner, but the person like you coming to Japan and maybe ever try to talk to native Japanese people like, I'm big fan of anime. And you guys think like all Japanese people must love anime. But bunch of the anime you watched actually now you're famous in Japan. Have you ever watched? I'm a big fan of the Mushoku Tensei. Have you watched the usual people? What the heck is that? So what?
But it's so popular. Why is it popular? Yeah, like anime, like otaku culture is still really sub in Japan. Like that's a big shock when you come here. Like for foreigners, it thinks it's more like a sort of anime wonderland.
Exactly. So there's some too big gap for mainstream and those hardcore anime.
So this is like quite a big distinction between the actual what we perceive as Japan and the actual work culture.
Right.
So Yuki-san, have you worked like properly in Japan, not like in a company before?
No, myself, I'm suck at drawing or doing something like that. I don't have any creative skills. That is why instead of making something like this, I decided to, like making people more fun, like having fun by doing the tour guide and also teaching Japanese. Not in the creative side, yeah.
So before that, were you an employee of a company?
Yes, but at that time I did something totally different from the anime studio, which is advertisement agency.
Advertisement.
Like 2 years though, but not that long. Right.
So now you see the difference. You definitely prefer like you're more free.
Exactly. The funny thing is because thanks to I used to work in that ad agency industry, now I know how to sell myself better.
Yeah, I probably have a bit of experience from that. It's like since I came to Japan, I had my first work experience, and then from that, you're like, I can actually do work now.
Exactly.
Like before you're a student, you really don't know anything. But when you just get into a first job, and be like, even though it wasn't the best experience, just that initial experience
Right.
makes you level go up so much.
I know that'd be very difficult. Even for the native Japanese students, it's very difficult to find some better job for them. So it could be so much more difficult. Person like you coming to Japan from out of Japan. So yeah, how come you do that? How
So
did you do that?
yeah, for me actually, I got really lucky.
Yeah,
Like
like how?
my university was at Leeds University.
Mm-hmm.
One person in the company I emailed was the friends of one of the senseis, one of the teachers
Yeah.
at when he was at university in London.
Lucky
So one of the
man.
employees of my sort of department used to
Ah,
be exchange in
right.
Cambridge University,
Okay.
and they
Cambridge.
met. This is like 30 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
one of his friends is now there at Leeds University.
I see.
So he knows he's there and knows that I got taught by him. So
All
he's like,
right.
oh, we'll
Yeah.
hire him just
Super
because of that. So it was
lucky.
that was super lucky. But it's just you
Right.
need to email a lot of people.
Right. But you know what? Here's the thing that one of the most important things that
Mm.
every single student must have, which is connections.
Mm.
Yeah, because in this case, your case also, since you had a connection with
Mm.
friends, which makes you able to get it.
Yeah. Actually, that's the thing because that was actually really hard for me when I was trying to freelance
Oh,
because
exactly.
I didn't have that connections.
Mm-mm.
So I came to Japan like 2 years
Right.
ago, and I started with freelance a year ago.
That should be so hard to find out any connection
But
because you're starting
that
from literally from
but
the
I started from COVID, so I couldn't meet
right.
anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm starting from nothing, and it's like
That would be
I
so
got really lucky with the job now. But
yeah.
for Yuki-san, you're a freelancer now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work
Yeah.
with freelance? Is that much more harder
You
than?
know what? In my case, I'm doing a little bit, I wouldn't say cheating, but let's say, you know what? Nowadays, there's so many great services for
Mm,
so-called those platform
mm.
services, such as, in my case, when I do the tour guide, pretty much the service called Airbnb.
Oh, you can do tours on Airbnb.
Yeah. I'm doing all the tour on Airbnb because,
Ah.
to put my own web services
Mm.
on my website, but that's pretty much starting from
Yeah,
the
so you got to learn your website. Like I can do that myself, but it takes
so
time, right?
difficult, right? But when it comes to the, SEO, search
Mm.
engine optimization,
そうですね。
it's super difficult from scratch zero. So instead of that, maybe why not? You can just start you put your service on the
Mm.
Airbnb first. Maybe you might pay some transaction fee, but why not? They do
Yes.
so many marketing jobs instead of you, so which helps you a lot. So in my case, I was doing the tour guide on Airbnb and also different cases. There's also other services called italki. Have you
Oh,
ever heard?
Italki. I used to use Italki.
Okay, got it. As a teacher or the
Mm.
student?
A student.
Okay, so in my case, I do use this, of course, for italki service for like platform where the people can exchange their own mother tongue. So in my case, I teach my mother tongue, which is Japanese. So teaching that there, because there's a bunch of people who teaching Japanese.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot
I
of senses
right,
there. A
right,
lot of
right.
teachers.
Exactly. So you know what? Can you guess how many roughly Japanese the teachers exist in this italki platform?
Oh, I'd say over like 100.
Good one. You know what? 1200.
1200.
Like 10,200 人,
Yeah, but
Right. So that'll be really, yeah, see here.
oh god, there's 12,000.
41. So that is, I must say, even having the platform like this, it is
Yeah,
difficult
there's
to
lots of
be stand
competition.
out. But here, remember the very first industry I've ever done before, which is ad agency.
Advertising, yeah.
Exactly. And like I said, I used to learn how to sell myself. And one thing I learned there,
Ah.
which is differentiate yourself.
So for that, you're doing anime, right?
Exactly. That is why
Ah.
if you look at here, there's a bunch of teacher who teaching something normal, usual, regular
Yeah,
type
if
of
you don't want normal Japanese, right?
right.
Ah.
But if you look it up, things like a anime.
Oh,
See,
you first up. Yeah.
why? Because I'm a so-called anime sensei, Yuki. And I'm pretty sure I know how to do that better. Because first of all, I need to put my name, I need to put the name anime inside my, the
Ah.
name here. And also I explain so many things about what I do. Bunch of the anime. I put so many hashtags here.
Hashtags.
Yeah.
So
The
that's what they
thing
do with
there.
my podcast. To put
Right.
anime in at Japan.
Exactly. I knew it pretty much sure. And then, something, lucky for me, but, most Japanese teachers, they must be good at teaching, but
Yeah,
selling
not selling themselves.
exactly.
It's a
So,
different skill,
being
right?
good at teaching and being good at selling yourself, this is
Mm.
totally different stuff. So you need to be good at both things. You need to balancing here.
So if you're good at both, you can kind of just get a job anywhere, really, right?
Exactly. So if you know the way how you selling yourself better, you could pretty much survive anywhere you go.
So that's what I need to do more.
Right.
I need to sell myself better. Like, just put a big tag, like how much I'm worth.
Right. Yeah. That's what I could say to every single student. Doesn't matter, Japanese or Indian people. Yeah.
To anyone who wants to do anything,
Right.
anywhere, just like
Right.
learn how to sell yourself. You can do
Yeah.
that, and you'll be fine.
Exactly. You don't necessarily have actual better skills. In my case, I don't even have a license to do the
Oh,
teacher. But yeah, on this italki, you don't need a license.
you don't need a license for italki.
Exactly. There's a pro teacher and the community tutor, and the second one community tutor, which doesn't require me to, the teaching license. But still, I have more the students or
Because you've got the anime in there.
Yeah,
And
right.
like we said before,
Teachers.
foreigners love anime.
Exactly.
We love anime. We just love it.
Because like I said, like you said, I could differentiate myself.
That is a lovely place to end this podcast today. So
Exactly.
thanks, Yuki-san, for coming today. And there'll be lots of links down the description for Yuki's content, Yuki's podcast, and if you want Yuki to be your anime sensei, please. The italki link is down below. Give him a lesson.
Yeah,
and
come join us. Enjoy learning Japanese with me with anime. Yeah.
いいね、楽しい。じゃあね、皆さん。
バイバイ。